Happy New Year! 2023 is here, so that means we're doing the annual recap video for College-Glen Real Estate. Hey everybody, Doug Reynolds here, your College-Glen neighborhood real estate specialist in Sacramento, California. College Greens, Glenbrook, smush them together, you got College-Glen, awesome neighborhood I've been living in, helping buyers and sellers get in and out of the properties in my neighborhood for a long time. Love doing business with clients in the neighborhood. And I do a monthly video update, I do a quarterly one, and I do an annual one. So here's our annual update talking about College-Glen real estate for the entire year of 2022. Now, it was a bit of an odd year. The first half of the year, there was hardly any inventory, buyers, multiple offers, prices going up and up and up. And then the Fed started trying to pull back on inflation. And so they raised rates and mortgage rates went up to 7%. And it went boop. And buyers pulled back and prices started softening and more houses are sitting on the market and not as much was selling. So we had a first half of the year of pretty awesome sellers market favoring sellers, and then we had a second half of the year favoring buyers. Stuff was still selling, but it definitely was favoring buyers as far as negotiating, more houses to choose from, not having to pick stuff so fast, not having to waive all of your contingencies with your offer, all those types of things. So it was a unique year for sure, as we've had quite a few unique years the last couple of ones here. So let's take a look kind of statistically, a little bit of data we'll throw out there for 2022. Okay, so if you factor everything in and you look at 2021 as a whole and you look at 2022 as a whole, technically the average sales price did go up. So for the entire year of 2021 is roughly about $500,000 for the neighborhood. And for the whole year of 2022, all the transactions that we had, it was about $541,000 was the average sales price. Now, that's reflecting a market where things were going up and where things were going down, okay? But that was over the whole course of the year, the average sales price was that $541, $533 for the year of 2022. Now, average days on the market. 2021, for the most part, was pretty much a seller's market. And so things were moving quickly and multiple offers and things getting bid up. Well, 2022, the beginning of the year was like that, but the second half of the year was not like that. A lot of properties were sitting for a lot longer, taking more time to get sold. So when you average that all out, the days on the market was about 17 days to get a property sold in College-Glen in 2022. But definitely the first half of the year was shorter. The second half of the year was a lot longer for sure. So the number of sales, this is where you can really see the difference of the years. 2021, seller's market, things are moving fast, selling a lot of properties. 2022, the second half of the year was quite slow. So we went from 114 closed single family homes in College-Glen real estate, College Greens and Glenbrook, to only 78 total closed properties, okay? And that was direct correlation with the interest rates going up to 7% and buyers pulling back, okay? But 47 of those 78 sales had multiple offers on them. So even I sold a property in December and we had multiple offers on it. So if it's priced right, it shows well, it still will have action. There are still buyers out there. They're just being a little pickier. They're taking their time more. They're trying to negotiate a bit more. That's what's going on. Now, the highest priced sale in College-Glen for all of 2022 was $705,000. That happened right in the middle of the year, right as things were starting to turn from a seller's market to a buyer's market. One seller did incredibly well, breaking that $700,000 barrier. It was a large property, 4 bedrooms, 3 full baths in a cul-de-sac with a pool, good sized lot, checked all the boxes for sure. But we haven't had anything touch that for quite a while. It might be a while before we have another one in the 700,000s. Okay. Now just a breakdown of the 78 properties that closed escrow. 63 of those buyers used conventional financing. So large majority of them using conventional financing loans. So they were doing probably 5%, 10%, 20% or more down, okay? Only a handful of them actually used an FHA loan, hardly any at all. Those are probably 3.5% down mortgages most likely. And then 5 of them were all cash sales. 3 of them were VA. It's challenging to get a VA offer accepted because of a few different nuances and stuff, but a couple of VAs, and then 2 were other. That might just be simply somebody didn't categorize it quite right, or they might have used some sort of unique program or something, but as you can see, most of it was conventional. So recapping, first half of the year, really favored sellers. I sold a number of homes in the first half of the year. I had 10, 12, 14 offers on the properties. They were going $20,000, $30,000, $40,000 over list price. Second half of the year, I sold a number of those properties as well. And, we only had 1, 2, 3, 4 offers on them. They were selling at my properties. We priced them really good, really well, and sold either at, maybe just a tiny bit above list price there. But there's a lot of sellers that didn't quite get the memo that the market had shifted. They overpriced their properties. They sat on the market. They became kind of desperate. Buyers started lowballing, and there was a lot of negotiation that went on there. So moving forward, stuff is still selling, but buyers are being a bit picky. They're taking their time. They're wanting to try to negotiate and stuff as well too. So in order to have success, if you price it right from the very beginning, you're going to be able to give yourself the best chance of having success. Overpricing it right now is shooting yourself in the foot. Do not overprice it. Buyers know if you overprice it, it's gonna sit, you're gonna become stale. Price it right. Do everything that you can to make it show as best as you can with what you're working with, okay? You might not have a bunch of money to put in the property or anything, but hey, you can still work with your agent to move furniture around in the right way, remove some of the stuff, put it in the garage, do those types of things. Put a little bit of sweat into helping yourself get that house sold a little bit better, all right? And then make sure you're hiring an agent that knows how to market a property properly, professional photography, disclosure package up front. All kinds of these things are really important for putting the whole thing together to have you success as a seller. Buyers, hey, this is what you've been waiting for. You've been wanting to not have to compete with 10 other buyers, okay? This is your chance right now. You need to be ready, go for it. Use the 2-to-1 buy down rate on your mortgage, and then assuming rates continue to kind of trickle down a bit, refinance and lock into something for the long term, okay? You got room to negotiate a little bit there. Things are looking good for you, okay? Hope this was a great recap video. Looking forward to 2023, helping a lot of you buying and selling in College-Glen real estate in Sacramento. And if you're looking for more information, collegeglenrealestate.com. That's my website. That's where you can find me. I look forward to talking to you soon, and clear skies.